betwixt ourselves. Above the rabble, he's protected from our hell. His keep could shelter hundreds, his gold could feed far more. I have but one last question: what are you waiting for?
back to Dear Replicant version 1.224744871139 ellipses. We are starting Path B today. After yesterday, I'm excited to play this game, but I'm also expecting to get my emotions kicked in violently. And the fact that I'm filled with anticipation for that
Whenever I interacted with
feels
Kainé,
like
I was reminded about something from my
a bit of
past.
masochism. So we'll see how that
Maybe
goes.
My mind has
God,
been
they start off hard,
confusing
huh?
her with my sister this whole time. Anyway.
Starting off with Kainé's unpetrification scene naturally, because that's the natural progression. Kainé's dreams, discrimination. Oh boy, we are starting off hardcore. Okay. Sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnify the sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. Wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and had stared. Child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped from the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as this vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. Oof. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall around. Oh no, they found me. Heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kainé! Voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. Rip. As Kainé struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kainé's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away home? Though she knew it was futile, Kainé turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kainé knew these were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. Whoa! That's some garbage at 9 a.m. in the morning, thank you, Nier. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kainé was something to be hated and, if possibly, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me, he can't hurt me, he can't... Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kainé prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless, a failure. It was Demo's rock. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Oof. Kainé could meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. Ugh. The boy grabbed Kainé's face with thick fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb into her eyelid. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. I don't like where this is going at all. Not even taking his attention from Kainé, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys, let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Dino finished, kicks and blows began to rain down among Kainé. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kainé curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everybody knows what you really are. Kainé ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. Continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future I had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak, chanted the children. Freak! 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 Kainé closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain. letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kainé was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from the space between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Surprised at their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kainé, but the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. Oh, music switch. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kainé again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. Old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ouch. Ow, he screamed, leaping to her feet. Stop it. What are you doing? Quit whining, ain't no one ever died from scratch. Oh gosh, Kainé's grandma is Chad. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me, the old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Oh, no. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kainé, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out, leave the village. No one wants you here, either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ha! Look at the fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. Woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kainé. Kneeling down, pardon me. She removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the fold of her dress and began blotting out the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kainé, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're the stronger than the lot. Words of her grandmother stung Kainé, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. Kainé's tears turned to sobs. She felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kainé found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next. Grants no mercy to any that attempt to cross him. You got a duty to fight until your last breath, understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kainé. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kainé was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kainé called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy, but with each year that passed, Kainé and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only until now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kainé truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kainé's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kainé drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't. Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter and I love you. If folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kainé's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable. The beauty of it made Kainé want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one. And yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. The wreath that we found on her wall. Kainé reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where'd you find these? I just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kainé to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. Naturally. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kainé's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kainé blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Grandmother smiled. We're going to be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we get each other, we'll be just fine. Kainé took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began a long walk home, Kainé gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kainé stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kainé let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Memory sequence over. Oh no, we got more. Kainé's dreams, daily life. In the distance, Kainé heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it. Can't speak today. Cool. As if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of the art as it could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about the buried out of one opinion. Wow, sorry, it is. Oof. In the distance, Kainé heard. Oh no, I already read that. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe! Kainé's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of woods and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kainé. That you, Kainé? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kainé, close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. When she'd scuttled through safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma! Do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. The axe poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her grandmother's offer for a moment and smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can get the water? Shade's been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs, but Kainé knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kainé did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required traveling to the village. I wonder why. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kainé knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kainé moved in, Grandma decided to take precedence and good distance from the area. Wow. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kainé enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kainé turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, tool embedded itself in the log and refuses to budge. Oof. Frustrated, Kainé swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it into the wood, and resumed chopping. Forced it from the wood. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging. The blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kainé redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice if you... Grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. This is supposed to be daily life. Eyes wide, Kainé dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kainé steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home into the hem of her dress. Kainé didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arm and batted Kainé away. Stop that! Stop! She cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kainé desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kainé was ending, sooner than either of them had feared. The positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kainé came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. Old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kainé gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed like an eternity, finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit, but I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kainé strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Wow. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kainé moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by Shade, or reverse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor Shade, and Kainé finally found herself at the entrance of the village. A few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kainé took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. Shallow breaths won't do that for you, friend. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kainé's present. "Hey lady," said Kainé with a bravado she did not feel. "Where's the apothecary?" Woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered rage. "How dare this thing speak to me?" they seemed to say, but Kainé saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. "Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one." "Which way?" Kainé repeated. Woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kainé cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Lucky? Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. Clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers were nowhere to be found. "Oh my god," he sputtered. What are you doing here, freak?" The insult was delivered without force, and Kainé happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. "Ha!" barked Demo. "Old bitch finally keeled over? Go to hell, Demo." Boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head. Before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told him to knock it off before he kicked him out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kainé under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. Ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kainé a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall, behind a counter, rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. A stunning young girl. Picture had once again contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The cruelty of the work, however, remained undiminished. Beauty of the work. Whoops. You like that picture? Kainé turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad. They seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. "That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now." Kainé didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. "Pictures are wonderful things," continued the shopkeeper. "They let the ones closest to you go on forever." He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kainé and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into a sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. "You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw." Kainé took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. "Yes, I've heard the rumors about you," he said. "It's a small village and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable." "Grandma's name is Kali," thought Kainé suddenly. She was still mulling the new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. "Your grandmother's an old friend of mine, but," she said as Kainé scooted away yet again, "and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew her picture of her." Whoops. "Yes, I think she would like that very much." Kainé murmured in quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kainé returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kainé to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. "Back already, are you?" asked her grandmother with a yawn. "Come here, let me have a look at you." Grandma sat up and examined Kainé from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. "Well, how was it? Those bastards giving you any trouble?" "It's kind of fun," said Kainé with a small smile. "No, seriously, it was." "Fun, eh?" asked her grandmother in a voice which replied she believed anything but. "Uh-huh, so anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know." As she spoke, Kainé removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. "Portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone." "But Grandma, I'll make you live forever." "Horse shit," said her grandma, throwing back the sheet from her bed. "Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner." Kainé would not relent. In the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of the house as if posing for a master artist. Kainé took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kainé finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. "It's terrible. Doesn't look like you at all." "Sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easier or something." The old woman's eyes narrowed at her grandmother's disappointment. "Let me be the judge of that," she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching through the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face, could have been a boulder, or a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. A woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. "Oh, Kainé," she said between laughter, "truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But Hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think this is. It came from the heart and treasure it always. I'll treasure it always. Enunciation! True to her word, the old woman gave the picture of place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kainé would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face. In action, she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kainé could stand it no more, and her grandmother asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me into my shroud. She pondered this for a bit. She turned to Kainé and dropped to one knee. Sorry, body's not very awake today. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. It makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kainé's memory. A perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of a life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kainé swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kainé's dreams, separation. Uh-oh. Kainé listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool, girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kainé. I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible. With that, Kainé held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kainé's grandmother had saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Oof. 5 years, Kainé could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kainé started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day. She could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. So this morning found Kainé lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of birdberry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? asked Grandma suddenly. Kainé looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked her specifics anymore. Well, I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. Kelma, yeah. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? Kainé stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. God damn, girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. Old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other... No, Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kainé. Lately it seems my mind is... Didn't finish the thought. Instead of walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. Flower petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kainé thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flower in the girl's hair. That means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kainé reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman. There ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn comments for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. Teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kainé by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kainé in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hand out as if it was the first time she had ever seen her. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kainé thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Grasshopper. Kainé rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying to desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kainé could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kainé worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kainé pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. Wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kainé suddenly felt her stomach gnaw in on itself. No, oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze. Oh, fucking hell. No happy endings. We already knew Kainé was bitter as hell, so that doesn't surprise me that much. The flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Kainé ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground. But she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kainé's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large, armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. We're looking at probably the fucking shade we fought with Kainé the first time around. Seeing Kainé, let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmery, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kainé responded with a scream of her own. Aw, alright, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me, let's go! The shade eyed Kainé with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kainé glanced towards the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the woods. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kainé. Alive! Kainé's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard through... I can't read properly, Jesus Christ. Across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kainé tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Now! As Kainé struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandma to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kainé lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground. Oh my god. Leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kainé pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard, laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. Shade moved his claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kainé was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kainé rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle. Oof. Don't like that. Oof. As the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me. It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted again and raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was attached to his foot. Kainé never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burned wreckage of her home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kainé. Kainé's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hand reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kainé, you gotta run. You can't best this one. Kainé grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. Old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kainé's grasp and thumped into the ground below. Grandma, no, no! I said, run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, Shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from the gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kainé's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Ugh, her grandma was gone. Kainé blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kainé's mind, one after another, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kainé screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. Shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kainé's body slowly rose as if controlled by a puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously aside, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kainé seized the moment. Laughing like a mad woman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of Shade. Shade shook Kainé off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Ugh. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kainé's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over. Kill it. 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 Kill it now. As the spark that was Kainé's life slowly began to flicker. Whoa. What? As the spark that was Kainé's slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. Distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Hey, she's back. There's a 30-minute reading sequence, interesting enough. We're back. Now I have less reading to do, so that's good. Oh yes, the Jack of Hearts.
The beast approaches. Oh, I know.
Oh, I know. Whew. This does not make us like Shades more, I tell you that much. Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
What anger this creature must have. How could it even survive these past 5 years?
Well,
I'm not going to let this happen again. It dies today. My sword feels lighter.
It's not the blade,
not a
but
sword.
the skill of the user. Strike it down.
That's nice. Can we bait it out of the fucking corner? Thank you. Oh wow, it takes one hit to fuck that shit up? Cool. Guess you're dead, buddy. It's a bit of a delayed reaction, but sure. Fuck him up. Hands. You just crush it to death if I remember correctly. If I squeeze hard enough with my right hand or my left hand, that's not a real hand. That's not connected to it. Maybe it'll break, right? That's how magic works. And the game just confirms it. That is how magic works. Dun 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 dun. Suddenly very more tired. What the hell? Kainé. Oh boy, more reading. I take it back. Kainé's dreams encounter. Okay. Gently, weakly, softly, the shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Chained beyond imagining, Kainé tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeding in coughing up a huge cloud of blood. It's getting difficult to see, and after only a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Oh God. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of the home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought of the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. Voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you, that way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, produced a piece of paper and sketched it quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kainé and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kainé opened her mouth to thank the man. Stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Jesus Christ. Stop! No, don't hurt that picture. Kainé reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, but where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kainé turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. Sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. Apothecary smiled and broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I look like that? Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kainé laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. Just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, Sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kainé wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused the words. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me! Kainé finally resorted to shouting at the voice in her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak, I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ear. Bah! Oh God, you are the best. Kainé glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet, and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is it my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Kainé tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, Sunshine. You ready to give up? Ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice passed as if flicking its lip. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. Now I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood, just like before. Oh, what the fuck? In response, Kainé shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Ha, yeah, maybe, what of it? Slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kainé was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. Wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Ugh. Give me the body. Come on, give me the body, and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kainé's side. As she watched, grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back, too. Slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. Black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing into a cloud of smoke. Oh, what the hell, Sunshine, screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. Brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they turned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kainé glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. Pattern of the shades burned itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Kainé stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. Arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop, gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kainé took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood, and then go out there and shut up, and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kainé grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, the darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kainé screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Oof. Ha! Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a long, loud wail that seemed to go without end. Possessed, whispered Kainé. Yeah, possessed. You and me, we got what you call a timeshare arrangement. Fuck. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Yeah, wait until they get a load of you now. Kainé looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, well, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but ain't it all bad. There's plenty in it for you, too. Very powerful creature, Sunshine. Now that power belongs to you. Got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. The little fat kid who kept picking on you? Big old shade like squash your granny? We'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kainé. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who I murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. What the fuck? Kainé considered that as she struggled to her feet, the part of the shade coursing through her. Smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze fell on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So how about it, you and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want to. Fuck off, asshole. I'll handle the killing. Ha! Screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. Listen, my name's Tyran, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kainé found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shit. I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyran. I have shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this buddy, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. Keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. Voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kainé herself. Kainé waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. Didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade, I'm Kainé. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging around the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kainé started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma, I'm so sorry, but I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. This time I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flower to her heart, Kainé felt the ground sob. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily lives, she remained in that position as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world. Oof. What I'm getting from this, though, is that she was not part shade, so that's not why the people called her a freak in the beginning.
Alive. Stay alive.
It's our boy Emil.
Stay alive.
And bringing her back
Grandma.
from the brink again.
Kainé, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
I should have eaten something.
Oh, hey.
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
It's chilly
You
down here
still-
today.
Recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kainé.
Welcome back, Kainé.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
5 years.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great.
The one on her.
Thank you.
How does he know? Something about the grandmothers. I don't recall her
Kainé
mentioning it.
waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Kick him out.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Please try to People are tired and scared, and
This is
No, you're not.
crap.
Stick
It's
around.
okay.
We've
We
already
can
heard
sleep out.
about it,
No
so unless
one's
there's
sleeping
something
out.
new,
You
we're
and
gonna...
Kainé saved this.
People are afraid of us. As long as you're...
I'm used to sleep.
But
Well,
sorry.
What is the matter?
Kainé always sleeps outside. Never even
We should...
I didn't get much sleep that night.
Check on your dog.
For the first time in my life, I hated Devila.
Oh, there's gonna be
For
more!
the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village.
Yeah, that's the
To
beauty.
protect it from the horror of the Shades.
My ear's not liking having a headset on today.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola?
Very, very easily.
In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kainé and Emil's situation myself.
Alright, another self-footing.
I should apologize to Kainé and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going.
Wait, is
Oh,
that...
this is new.
Campfires are... I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kainé.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad. You know, at least I can look at you when we talk, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is... different.
Of course.
And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession and my body.
Not a
I
bad
know we
idea.
can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Yeah.
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
Wait. Sweet. October 1st, I asked Devil if hooch tastes good. She said it's the best thing in the world. She said we could have some together when I'm all grown up. I think by definition, hooch does not taste good.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And
Sure.
yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Gold moonflower seed. Alright, listen, I will be right back. I'm falling asleep, so I'm gonna get something to stop that from happening. I don't know why I'm falling asleep. My eyes just decided they didn't want to stay open, so I'll be right back. Oh shit, we got somebody in the chat. Sorry, I'm back. Shit. Whew, I got myself a little bit of a kick.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
Mom's diary, hello.
I've not heard you speak much about your mother.
I can't drink
She
properly.
got the
so
black
she's-
scrawl and died when I was little.
Oh, another one.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore.
I want to know the age difference between him and his sister because that doesn't really
This
check.
is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
That's interesting.
Say there. Can you not hear me?
The fuck? What the fuck?
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was...
It's the fucking Nier from Gestalt.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now. There's the door.
That's wild. What the fuck?
Let's go.
That's his design from the other game. Fuck yeah, let's go through the door, get my ass kicked. Hell yeah. September 10th. Last night, Pirates told me stories until I fell asleep. I don't remember anything he said, but boy was I happy. This is the world of the recycled vessel, created to avoid the destruction of all. Music's just completely changed in fucking theme. I can't believe they got the same voice actor for it too. I don't know if like this is... Okay, my understanding is we're going down instead of up for some reason. I don't know what I just stumbled into, but alright, cool. Barely taking any damage from them, so rip. start taking it. Whew. This track's kind of fucking good though, as the rest of them have all been. Jesus. Bossish? Hold on, we got bossish speed. What is it in? Ah. Does that have a face on both sides? Obtain medicinal herb time 3. Okay. Black Scroll, A Lost Destiny, A White Book, A False Truth. Oh. Alright, what the fuck is this? It's come to my attention, none of these are wearing armor. This looks like the manor. Music is way weird differently. It's interesting. Okay, I don't know what I just stumbled on, but I'm like, I'm liking it a lot. I'm having many questions, but oh, that one's a grand old time. What the fuck did I just take? Medicinal overtime 3. I feel great today. No cough, no fever. Watch out, world, because Yona's coming out to play. March 28th. Soldiers assault, calling forth white death. They are legion, those who plunge the world into darkness. We are... that's in the library. We've gone over the shots. Oh, it's squishy as hell. I think that's the point, eh? Fuck. I like the flow of combat, honestly. So many magic resistant ones, I can't like afford to fucking turn around and start using the Grimoire. I knew who voiced the MC, the main character of, you know, the of Gestalt, because I'd watched a couple of movies up until like the time skip, I believe. Not movies, videos, YouTube videos of the time skip. So I didn't have a choice of doing this part if I wanted to actually. The dragon's corpse brought death to the world, delivering unto it the power of magic. Oh? So, Angelus's death is what gave us magic? Yeah, I listened to a couple of YouTube videos and I knew who played the main character. And honestly, I like the voice actor because I played Tales of Graces. I like Tales of Graces a lot. and he's one of my favorite characters. Well, man, I like all the characters from Tales of Grace and Kingdom. All the main characters, I'd say, except for maybe. Oh, okay. Hello. I guess Richard's a bit of an annoyance. I like how, you know, aesthetically that move gives us 2 shockwaves, but you can pretty much dodge them no matter what you want to do. Go again. There we go. Those 10, pretty sure we're gonna get more. So this is the one that gives us the lore dump we haven't already gotten, or what? What's going on? I got a letter from Emil. He said Pirates is super strong and really, really cool. I hope I can see him kick butt someday. The black sickness stains the future. They journey to return to soulless vessels. The way that was fonted is interesting. Oh, now they're wearing armor. Y'all are still fucking stupid. Another medicine orb. Different than I would. Fuck. Can't breathe in sand. Whew. Trouble with armored enemies, which is interesting because that didn't happen in the game. But then again, neither did bats in the fucking Shadowlord's castle. What the fuck? I was trying to cast some magic here, you dingo. I can't help but think that sound effect reminds me of Crash's spin, and I don't know how I feel about that. Wait, did it just circle back? Oh no. Don't get up. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I would be able to make that one. Cool. Oh, one of these guys. The fuck are you going, buddy? Oops. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to beat the shit out of you that hard, but god damn. Obtain the Kabuki outfit. Outfits. 1,000 experience points. Medicinal herbs, nice. I think that means we're done here. Kabuki outfit. Proceed beyond this point. Until what's on the other end. Oh, okay. We just go through all the doors. Sure. Fuck yeah, bro. Let's do it all. Last night, Pirates told me stories until I fell asleep. I don't remember anything said, but boy, was I happy. The apocalypse divided the world in two. One that knows not day, and one which has never seen the night. Okay, you start off. Following actions are prohibited in this room. Magic stream bad. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I gotcha. They're dictating combat to me now. Okay. So they changed it mid-combat? Gotcha. turtle. No guarding? Gotcha. No worries, I guess. Oh, he's changed his outfit a little bit again. I like the fucking eye thing he has. Oh god, their designs for the main character are fucking out of the park. Black and white, 13 packs. The vessel's forms waver as they cross time and space. Fucking, what does that mean? What? Oh, fuck. Alright, moving on. Open door. Insert near. I call him near out of habit because saying Pyrus when I know he's kind of like not really originally called that is a bit odd to me, but at the same time, like, hey, who gives a fuck, you know? That's his name in this game. And it's gonna be his name until we're told otherwise. Hey, they're just nice, I guess. Nothing. Beat this badass. Whoosh. Well, I didn't realize there was one back there. Just power through. Don't even worry about it. Follow the right hand. Oh, big room. So I guess boss time?
It seems we have been shut in.
Yep. Are they just repeats of scenes we've seen as... No, because they're not quite the same. I don't understand what's going on, but I am definitely wanting to understand, and I'm hoping they'll tell us. We have an explanation, sort of, because... No, we don't have an explanation of what's going on. We have an explanation of what happened in the world. So we know that the dragon caused... The dragon is the source of magic, but it's also the cause of the Black Scrawl, to my understanding? No, that's not what they said. Yes, that is what they said. I don't remember the exact wording, so I can't confirm. I hate that. Cool. What the hell are you locking onto, buddy? Get him. Ooh. Medicinal herb once again, please. I'm waiting for the big guy to come on, because I know there's going to be one. Nope, okay, cool. Times 5. They give me more medicinal herb. Devil and Papilla went back home, yep. Oh, this music's hyped up. Song of Man has been drowned out. Whoops. Okay, so we didn't have to fight anybody then. It's not having us fight the bosses. Oh, hey, 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 hey. What the hell is this? Taking 3 hits. 2 stuns? Acceptable. I think they are one dark. The magic blast will do just fine. I missed both of those, nice. Get him! I wonder if this was from the original, because if it was, I have several fucking questions. Oh, those guys. I didn't realize those were enemies. Good. My eyesight, my mind doesn't register those as enemies because there's a bunch of red lights around the arena too, you know? Alright, let's just power through these guys. Dark Blast and just a series of attacks. Depending on whether or not they shoot a lot of fucking magic bullets at this point. I went behind me, so I'm assuming there's something there. Yep, there we go. Two-handed sword fool's lament. Lament. end. Okay, so we need to do this to get some of the weapons to get the true ending anyway. Well, the true ending, the final ending, I guess. Which is fine. The sky falls with the dragon. The world ends this day. Oh, fucking hell. That's always interesting. This is... Oh, this is the outside of the... Why are we in a basketball court? Where the fuck is this? I don't remember a basketball court in this game. Was I not paying attention enough? Where the fuck are we? This is new. I think this is in Tokyo at the beginning of the game, but we did not fight in the basketball court. If it was there, it was just there. You're not gonna survive that. You survived that. Good to know. You're out of armor though, so that's fine. Thank you, very nice. Ah, yes. Ah, gosh. I'm hyped as hell for this section. I don't know. It's just so cool. You get to play as the other Nier. I'm sorry. I'm excited about that because, like, to my understanding, these games did not intersect. They just existed as two separate entities and didn't have a reason. Now we've got a fucking potential... The intersection of both games potentially means that there's gonna be a reason explained. And that's just fucking great. Oh my god, okay. Or they're just gonna be like, yeah, no, you're just older. And I hope not, but... yes. Nice. Okay, what's next? Okay, I spiked something on me? Damn. Black bro. Get him. Woo. It looks like maybe, I don't know if it's because of the muted tones of the entire game, but it looks like the spells also have a slight different color to it. Though it might very well be part of the tones because I'm looking around and like everything's muted a little bit too. Hell yeah. Oh, another guy. Babo. Get rid of his armor. Get rid of him. Nope, still alive. This is a long-ass basketball match, man. Oh, I don't think we fought armors like that, so I think the game didn't necessarily expect us to fight this at this end, but... Ooh, spinning. Which is probably why these guys are a little tankier. Get him! Fuck him up. Wow. Is it gonna get the rest of his armor? Nah, it doesn't get all of it now. I don't break his block. Ooh. I tried. That's why we keep magic around. Okay, one down. One more down, I should say. Okay, looks like we're done. Use that herb. Good shit. Woo! Woo, 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 woo! Puppet priest collects the accursed prayers and polishes the vessel. That sounds... Oh. Hello? That sounded more like... That's his first person. Interesting. That sounded more like a reference to mana than anything else, but I don't know if they'd actually... How do you... Oh, I see. Oh, no. Oh, boy. We got an FPS section. Okay. Still do dark spear. Okay, they do spawn in. You don't need to see them coming. This game. Oh, hold up. That's why I have charge attack. Lucky for me, it's a bit of a cheat. Just kind of charge and blast. Whoa, there's a lot of them all of a sudden. Luckily, I have unlimited magic because it just regenerates that fast. Oh, you try to spawn in my face, huh, sneaky bastard. I seem to have taken a small amount of damage. I don't know if it's because I just didn't heal proper, like, fully last match. Na, 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 na. Oh, he's a tank here. Na, 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 na. I don't know what the destination is, so... What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a boy. You guys didn't die yet, huh? Okay, how about... Looks like it's dead. I can't, like, actually... Still have a lot of weapons. Does that mean we still have the weapon? Okay, cool. We got some new stuff, so might as well read it, right? Fool's Embrace. Ah. I was saved from the despair that shackled me. I was freed from the fate that cursed me. I was pacified from the indignation that plagued me. I was changed that by the day I met you. Okay, cute. Fool's Lament. Oh, it's pretty. Memoir, June 6, 2003, approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 1500. Massive white humanoid, initially called the Weapon, but since renamed the Giant, falls from the sky above Tokyo's Shinjuku ward, inflicting tremendous damage. At the same time, a large red creature, henceforth referred to as the Dragon, appears and engages the Giant in combat, though both the nature of its attacks and their utility remain unclear. As the self-defense force contemplates methods by which they might attack the target, the government establishes a Bureau of Emergency Countermeasures. All of this done while the shit was going down. Oh, we definitely need that. This is so fucking far. Damn it. Oh, I might have gotten it. I love the techno to this one. So they give us a straight up more interesting, not more interesting, more simple. Oh, it tells us that it started in 2003. Gotcha. That was important. I didn't, that kind of gloss over that, but yeah, it tells us that in 2003 the events of Drakengard's Ending E happened. I don't know. We don't know how long the dragon fought the giant, or the queen beast as they called it in Drakengard. Oh shit. Someone's there. Fucking bats. Na, 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 na. Oh, did we circle back? looks like we're slowing down. I don't know if that means we're done. Okay, yeah, sounds like we're done. That was interesting. Samurai outfit. Saving. What are these outfits? 4,000 XP. Nice. 10,000 gold. Very good. Excellent. I needed that. That's how you get the weapons I'm missing. Also, apparently this fucking part of the game, which hell yeah, let's fucking go. Sense something terribly sinister beyond this door. It may be difficult to endure what remains on the other side unless your soul is at level 33. What level am I at? 28. Okay. That is a warning I will take. We'll be back. You gotta remember this part. Keep in mind that we will need to come back to this area. Once I finish my secret dish... Oh, we already had that. Wow! We get to play as Nier Gestalt. What in the fuck was that?
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
Okay. What are these outfits? How do you access the outfits? That I'm curious about. Nothing here because Yona's gone. How do I access ye old outfits? More advice. Items? No. How do you access the outfits in Nier Replicant? Do I have to go out of the game? If so, I'm not going to do it, but I am going to look up how to access these outfits, huh? Got them. How to access outfits Nier Replicant. Can't just find by pausing the game, rather you have to go all the way out to the title menu. Oh, fuck it. We're not doing that. Cool. Level 33. Okay, we gotta keep an eye on that. If we get to level 33, we'll be back. Actually, we can, however, do a thing where we check what weapons we have access to. Specifically the spears. How are we doing with the spears? Dragoon mines 300. That implies that we did not read. Oh, we had read that, yep. 384. Spear of the Usurper ain't bad, it's just a little low. Talk to Devola. I don't remember talking to Devola. Oh yeah, I do actually.
Hey.
Oh, I kind of
Awkward
thought...
silence because he was mad at her.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about yesterday.
You don't need to apologize. Let Emil and Kainé know.
There we go.
Popola?
Oh,
Hello.
stop.
Yeah,
didn't do nothing
you're just
wrong.
trying to...
It's fair.
Ahem.
Oh, you know...
The temple.
That's it.
Yeah.
So,
We go
yeah,
back.
It took a lot long. The ferryman will... That should...
Thank. All right.
And for
All
the...
right, let's fucking go. What's my cash looking like now? $36,000. We could probably afford one new weapon. Well, let's do a weapons count because we know we're supposed to get 33 total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay, so 28. We have 28 weapons. We're missing 5 of them, which is an incredibly low amount, actually, all things considered. There's a decent chance that one of them was locked behind the third door in... I don't know why I get the feeling there's a third, only 3 doors, but hey. The third door in the
path above the entrance to the shop.
Fuck what I'm trying to say. The third door in...
Excellent to know the canal is
in the
finished.
journal. That's the word.
Hopefully
Fuck's
this
sake.
puts our days of running all over behind us.
There's at least 2 in the weapons
Faster
store,
we
if I
can
recall
move,
correctly.
the faster we can save Yona.
So maybe
use it as often as we
3 in the... Because I don't remember if I got all of them from the weapons store in Seafront. We're about to check that out, actually. So let's go talk. Which means we're potentially missing 1. Which will make it very fucking easy to solve because, goddamn, like... If we're only missing...
Hey, you.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up and sell me weapon.
Sure, that one. Oh.
We we've had this conversation. Okay, so it looks like it didn't... Okay, you have all of the weapons.
Blacksmith.
So this guy does nothing there. I just wanted to double check, 'cause maybe sometimes, you know. Okay, so if there's 3 there, 1 there, maybe 1 that we failed to find, but we'll double check because once we have all the weapons, it'll be easy peasy. Alright, red bag man.
That red.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Still it.
We're gonna go to seafront first. Because we want to check the weapons out. I have money, I want to buy one. I'll probably never fucking use it, and all things considered, I should probably save my money for upgrades, but hey. Get all this money. Okay. Weapon, oh right. Drops off right in front of the post office. Actually, I gotta remember where that is, because Canal is right next to the post office. We'll keep that in mind. That's the postman! The store's over this way, just gotta go up. His hair's shining, what the fuck?
We've got the...
Yeah, you got that. Phoenix Dagger, 36,200. I've got just enough of that, so let's get it. It is untested as a weapon. Thank you, sir. One-handed sword, Phoenix Dagger. It's weak compared to my weapon, but hey. How's high range powerful? Oh, it's pretty. There once was a woman who promised her hand to a man who was departing for the front. Devout by nature, she spent mornings, afternoon, and evenings in prayer for the safety of her beloved. Perhaps in response to her earnest pleas, one night a bird enveloped in light appeared to her in a dream and began to speak. We don't get to see the rest of that until we fucking upgrade it, but who knows if we're gonna do that. Probably not. We don't need to fuck... Oh, the ship's actually already landed. Interesting. Hello, sir.
Oh there.
I'm out of money, so we're gonna go to the fucking lost round. Let's go. I felt great today. No cough, no fever. Watch out, world, because Jonas coming out to play. La la.
The lost shrine's up ahead.
As well as the
Shadow
Let us
Lord's
make
Castle.
haste.
Let us make haste. I don't know why everyone's gotten Scottish. It's not my fault. It is my fault. I'm the one reading. Ah, fuck it. Dun, dun, dun. We gotta keep an eye on if things do change, because there's some slight changes that we have seen. Added scenes already. There's one. Oh, right. They're called Hansel and Gretel. This is where we... Okay, this is how we learn most of the enemies' names. I remember that. What do you want? Go away, dirty, defective swine. Defective? Rip. It's not like... I'm not like you. I'm different. Rip. Hansel's dead, from what I understand. So Gretel's the red-eyed one? Actually, does Hansel even have blue eyes? I don't remember if the eyes are different. Oh my god, I want to finish Final Fantasy 14 so bad now. Holy shit, and I'm not even done Automata. For those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy 14, a critically acclaimed MMORPG that now has a free trial that goes up to level 60 and includes the first expansion, Heavensward. Has a Nier Automata, 3 Nier Automata raids, if I recall correctly. And some of them, the most recent one seems to have actual Nier replicant bosses, probably as a shout out to what is actually coming out, because obviously both games belong to Square Enix's, well, or you either belong to them or are published by them, and which I don't know if there's an actual difference, all things considered, but the crossovers are fucking canon, which drives me up the fucking wall, but I can't wait because I have both games, right? I wouldn't, like, probably a couple years back I would have been mad, but what with my friends deciding that I needed to play this goddamn game, ha! Christ on a bike. There's not been fights. Na, 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 na. The soundtrack for this game is fucking great. I thought there was more shades, but I remember that it was dead the first time around, right? Until we got inside. It's another cutscene with Gretel. You again, stop bothering me. Your more advice has been taken away. Hansel is dead. There's no reason for me to exist anymore. My life is over, just leave me alone. We don't get to see what they're saying. What? Oh, Hansel's in the corner there. He was not there when we fight Gretel the second time, so that's interesting. But we get to see the shade side. Well, now that we know what they are, that kind of makes sense. And somehow Kainé seems to be able to understand them, which is a statement that I'm not.
Excited, sunshine. We finally.
Oh, okay, Tyran's speaking too.
Don't talk to me.
Kainé?
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Okay, see, we didn't get that last time, naturally, because this is considered Kainé's perspective, right? Which, god fucking damn it. It's good. It makes the game pretty much worth playing. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to add to I know there's like a bunch of enemies on the spot here, but we're a lot stronger than we were the last time. Well, a lot stronger than big statement. We do have some XP bonuses that are active. Because of the words. Alright, up we go. Oh, rip? What the fuck happened there? Kainé? Kainé happened there, gotcha. Fuck off. Get your blocking, you bitch. Couldn't kill that. Cool. I like getting stuff that I can sell, like the strength capsule. That's good. Hell yeah. Get him. Oh, they actually went up the stairs picking a fight, damn. Half of those missed. Cool. That still goes through. Oh shit. Health salve. Honestly, I got so many health salves at this point of the game that I might as well just sell those two. Alright, then we go. We know where we're going. I don't think I missed a weapon, but we'll be able to find out much later. Door, insert iris. Righty then. We'll go. No. Can't push from here. These puzzles aren't really like complex, I don't think. They're basically like if you've played Pokemon, you know how to beat these puzzles. There we go. Oh, still can't open it.
This is all too easy.
There we go. I want the XP, I'm not gonna lie. I hate that there's no way to know if you're leveling up or not. Konesra. Yeah, I'm still right here. Oh, you're still here. Is there a way to know? I don't see... No. Just, you can see what XP you need, not the amount of XP you need for the level. That's an important difference there. Didn't have the big guy this time around. This is probably not... Okay, puzzle room. Very nice. Yeah. So I think that the goal is do this. Show a little more. Okay, I don't remember the. Put that back. Thank you. Very nice. Do that. Pull this bad boy out here. And then I can just push this little guy a little more. I know what I'm doing. And then luckily we don't need to do this on our way back to the Shadow Lord's lair. Go in. Okay, this one's pretty simple. Can't do that with that one, huh? Push this one in there. We can do that. Push that one there. That'll do. And then once we do this, we can just do that with this one too. Boom, open the door, cool. One straight shot at the door, we go in, the characters come out of my body like it's an old ass RPG. Turn back, turn back. Oh. Well, that's...
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety, Shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Oh, yeah. But this is where... This is where the Shadow Lord goes, so... Are they going to hope... Wow, okay. Okay, that's a whole new layer of lore to this area, and, interesting. That explains why Gretel was flipping out earlier. Or what Gretel was going on about, I guess. Why Gretel doesn't want to talk to the shades that are there. I believe I'm headed this way. Okay. Fight those guys. Sorry, friends. get a little bit more exposition every time we walk into a room now, so that's good. Now I get to know where I'm going the right way a little more often too. Medicinal herb. Remember to break all the boxes in the way because weapons can sometimes be concealed in a box. And we don't want to fuck that up. This one's pretty simple. I can't do that, so we gotta pull this one back a little bit. Okay, jump in there. Push that here. Hop in that. Push that there. Okay, push that over har. Open door. Insert Pyrus. Speaking of which, box. So, hey, get down. Just a medicinal herb. Don't need. I'm guessing I'm gonna need to do this, so I'm just gonna preemptively do that because we're allowed to do bouncing rabbit or hopping rabbit or whatever it's called. Push, 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 push. Open door. Don't need med herb because we already got all our health. This is a fight. No fight. Just walking on. Cool. This can be a fight, right? Yep. There we go. Yeah, I saw you trying to jump kick me. Oh, fuck you. So Kainé's got this hard on for killing things because Tyran, or is it just because she doesn't like them and Tyran's there to be, you know... Tyran doesn't take over because she doesn't get hate, because she's hateful. He stated that. But I don't know if he's actually making that choice or if she's just not letting him. I'm assuming it's a him. Boom. Beautiful. Couldn't have gone better. At least not the way they were placed. Motherfucker. Get him? Oh, wait, I've got fucking spells ready. Let's go. Dark Lance, best spell in the game, probably. Something like that. It's doing overtime, I gotta tell you. None of the other spells I've had in the game have worked quite as hard. Like, they're there, they just don't do as much damage, and y'all know I'm all about damage. Woohoo! What do we got? What do we got? Health stab again? What's that? Alright. There we go. You won't make it out of this live in one go. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's dead. He doesn't have the HP to stand up for the amount of damage I do at this level. Sorry, friend. Hoodoo, and we picked up some complex machine, which for sale is very good because I don't think you can. Pissed off a friend with a pun. I'm sorry. Mocked you betrayed you all because you went gestalt before the change was complete. But after all this, I think I understand you. I think we can speak as equals. That makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our life. This is what we can do. What was that? Oh. Wait, was that not already destroyed? I thought we destroyed that last time around. Also, shouts out to pronouncing it Gestalt, because I did not know that's how that worked, and I'm very happy that it is. After all these times I've seen the word Gestalt in video games, like... By that I mean Final Fantasy 13. They never told you to pronounce it Gestalt.
Look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Bless.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
Indeed.
So you're staging a protest?
Yes.
Fun!
Fun!
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
It is.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
We're just camping.
You've got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold?
Bro, we take a small
Besides,
break. That's all.
I like camping with Kainé. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Neil, that's enough.
I know this is scripted as an interruption, but it was not timed well. Nope, box. Good, 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 good. Hold up. No, I want to be here. So good. Just a word. Okay, not missing any weapons here. I'm gonna double check because I'm kind of paranoid about missing weapons now. I know there's one of them that I don't know where to get, and that's that's the problem here. Okay, down it. Yes, this way. Hold up. Wait, there's a ladder here anyway, so okay. Down.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
You have no fucking clue, my friend. Jeez, it's awful knowing what happens here. And Kainé doesn't say anything! Kainé, you're supposed to be the chosen one! Alright, get to save. Sorry, my friend was telling me that he did not like the pun I chose for this game, this stream, or the way I announced the stream. So naturally I had to tell him that I loved that he hated it. Alright. So, here we are. Oh, maybe it was the arrival of the Shadow Lord that... Oh, Gretel falls from the ceiling. Don't you touch them. This time we know what they're saying. She's here to protect... Oh, that's awful. She's here to protect the incomplete shades.
What's going on?
And yet they still get in the way. Little ones, they're too strong for you, and yet...
These are creatures of the darkness.
Oh, I don't
Lure
like
them
that.
to the light.
Right. I want to keep going into the sunlight because Gretel broke the fucking ceiling like a big brain.
Pathetic to the end, I see.
I'm so sorry. Why are you staying protected if you're doing that? I am not their leader. It is I who rely on them. Ah, so they understand our language. We don't understand them unless our name is Kainé. Or is it that Tyran is the one who translates it? I love that we're immediately shown.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying.
Tyran's an actual piece of shit. You guys have little weapons. It's enough to break me out of my fucking concentration for this.
Foolish creatures. You cannot hope to best me.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them into the light.
There we go. Get him. Get Gretel. Oh, fuck, Gretel. You are a lot less tanky than I remember you to be. I guess I leveled up since. That's rough, buddy. But it's a way to accelerate the replay, which I find very interesting. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's just a regular punch? Ah, yes, Kainé gets fucked. I remember about that. I forgot Kainé just randomly gets speared.
Have you felled the beast?
Nope. Sorry. Those are my friends. Oh no.
This is one stubborn son of a
Oh, that's a new attack. Cool.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there, sunshine. You ain't feeling bad this week, are ya?
Of course she is. She's got
Ain't
emotions.
no turning back now. You got a lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter.
Get up. Oh, you're a little tanky this time.
Thrill of battle. Ain't that right,
Just
Kainé?
kidding. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Gretel. Game's over. What about the call him Gretel? There's gotta be a reason why his name is Gretel. Her name. Its name. There we go, Kainé. Oof.
Kainé!
Oh, rip. We already knew this was coming, but oof.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Fuck you, Tyran. Move, come on, you stupid arm move. Oh gosh. We are incomplete, but our friends make us complete, I guess is what it was supposed to say. Now it bleeds to death. I understand why we don't have axes and stuff. All the animations require a piercing or a slicing move, so you can't have... Most of the animations require piercing or slicing, I suppose. F in the chat for Gretel.
Kainé, are you all right?
Alright, what are we going to see
Kainé!
from her end? Are we going to see another reading section?
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kainé!
Oh, right, we have to fight Kainé, don't we?
What is happening?
I noticed that there was no scrawl on her butt under her underwear, but yeah.
Kainé! Kainé!
Oh, okay, so Tyran's taken over because she's dead. Boom! Again, you guys were warned. I guess I didn't really understand. Tyran's the one in charge, hence the movements being so fucking weird.
It's Kainé's shade!
We've no other choice. We must strike it down.
Well, she's a lot less tanky than the first time we fought her. Sorry, Kainé. Easy peasy. Oh dear.
Kainé!
Kainé! I couldn't hold it back.
No kidding.
I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kainé. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kainé. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak and I'm sad.
It auto
and
advances.
I'm lonely. But you make me strong. You're my friend, and I need you. So don't you dare leave me.
All right. And I'm all right.
Over there.
By understanding the shades we're going to be fighting this time around, we're probably going to start understanding why they have the names that they had.
It's me.
How remarkably.
Na, 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 na. Like, Loyal Cerberus really rings all kinds of alarm bells because
It's a cipher.
what the fuck is it supposed to mean?
I think this is the key. Here.
Take
Take
a look
a
at this. We got
I wrote-
5.
Given, there are spaces here. The law of
Law of robotics, memory
and,
tree, blah, blah, blah. We know exactly where everything is.
It's-
Yeah,
But
because...
please be careful. Oh,
But Kainé and Emil, sorry, fuck you.
villagers know how much.
Yeah, they're ungrateful assholes is what you mean. Fuck you. Unbelievable. My cough just wouldn't quit today. I bet Pyrus would have rubbed my back if he was here. That might have helped with the cough. I think this... Head for the junk heap.
Popola said we might be...
Perhaps we could...
It's the One Brother's weaponry now. My bad. So I think the video that I watched back in the day, actually... Where's the mailbox? What I want? Did I level up from that fight, by the way? Nope. The video I watched back then actually compiled it so that you'd actually get the extra scenes in the one go, so you didn't have to watch the video 5 times in a row. I think. I'm not sure because I do recall there was some there was the Hansel and Gretel, the Hansel conversations that I saw. I'm not sure if that's all there was to it, but yeah. Berries. How much further to the berry? Not much further. Just make a left turn at this coral. Lefting. Leftaroo. Shouts out to those who understood that reference. Or that quote, I guess. Oh, there's our boar friend. A lot of tiny shades that I'm not gonna fucking waste my time with.
Something appears to be amiss with these creatures.
Oh, we got you.
Well, yeah, they're shades.
That is not what I meant.
Thanks, Vice.
How to explain it?
Vice is very
You
perceptive.
think about it while I kill him.
He's like, maybe we shouldn't be killing it. Yeah, no, Vice is very perceptive about stuff. Hey, there we go. Okay, so like kind of worth killing, I guess. We're gonna go back to equip our word, I think. See, that increased the XP rate by even more, so fuck yeah. On all my spells, please, because I don't know if that stacks, but I want it. Farul Otsar Sunrise. Zaken increases the Uluthal. That changed my magic recovery rate. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know why they would choose to do that, but sure. The good news is, none of the weapons seem to be actually missable, so even if I did miss them, I could just come back to the areas, if I understood correctly. Because nothing really gets locked off, I don't think. But my friend has told me that you can miss some items due to the time skip not being repeated. But you can't miss weapons, which are the only thing you require to get to the end of the game, so... Pyre said he'd come home for my birthday, but I want to celebrate his birthday once in a while.
Where'd you go?
Oh shit.
Get him! Don't let him escape!
Get a flashback for the fucking... You're gonna die, Mom. My child. I see something over there. Oh shit. You're almost grown up now, my child. Stay strong. Oh, fuck it. We just come in here and fuck him up for no reason. I hate that. Kainé, why don't you say shit? Oh, we should have known about these ones, to be fair. Let's do safe. Sorry, I'm supposed to be reading them. Be safe and happy. Hey, John, how you doing? Promise me that you will remember your mother. We're getting flashbacks on what happens with the Shades today. We get little bits and pieces that show the motivation of the Shades that we go in and murder brutally. I think you guys can see that. No, maybe not. Basically, the Shade here, this is the child, and its mother went to save it, and then probably got killed so that it would have time to escape. I'm assuming that's how it finds the robot. Mom, no, don't leave me. Oof is a mood. Because we're from Kainé's perspective, while we still play as the main character... Mom, why? While we still play as the main character, it seems that Kainé understands what Shades say. Who's there? Because she's been possessed by a Shade. Right, so... I'm Khalil. What's your name?
Military defense robot. P-33. You are an intruder.
Oh dear.
You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes.
I'm crying, you big dumb robot. I miss my mom.
What is crying? Who is Mom?
It doesn't matter. I can't see her ever again because she's dead.
My creator is also dead.
The robot knows what death is.
Hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years ago, really?
874 years.
He's counting.
10 months.
Or he knows.
14 days. 4 hours. And 43 minutes. 44 minutes.
Turning out the seconds. Aren't you lonely?
I am incapable of being lonely. Or missing others. Or crying.
I'm crying because I don't want to die.
Will die.
If the humans catch me, they're gonna kill me.
Will they kill you?
Cry.
I will not permit the humans to kill.
So the robot
Khalil.
has emotions.
Military defense robot P-33 will protect you.
You're gonna help me?
P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Oh, hooray. Thanks, robot. And since we're friends now, I'm gonna call you Beepy. Oh, no. Oh, no. It has a name. We just come in there and brutally murder it into the junk heap because the kid has a fucking revenge fantasy. This game's themes are whoo-hoo.
Man, there's gotta be tons of machinery.
And we know.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh, wow. Check this out. It looks brand new.
Hey, be careful, all right? This place is dangerous.
Is it actually the robot's fault that they
I'll
died?
be fine.
No, he just arrived. It's the kid's fault, but he blamed the robot and the shade.
Oh no!
This kid's a piece of garbage.
Look out!
Huh?
Normally I wouldn't blame, you know, it's not, I wouldn't blame him for killing him because it's hard to not, yeah, whatever, he's a kid, right? And these kinds of accidents happen in these kinds of areas. But he went and blamed the shade and the robot because what, he saw them when his brother died? Oh, this is the scene I was trying to remember earlier. I was like, didn't I see someone try to pull someone out of rubble and then
Jacob?
I thought maybe they pulled out his arm? Yeah,
This can't be happening. Jacob! Jacob!
yeah, I thought, yeah, he falls backwards, so I'm like, did he rip his arm off? It doesn't really make sense that that would happen, but I guess maybe he potentially ripped his arm off. I feel like the game wouldn't shy away from that, though. Yeah, see, he sees the robot and gets really mad. Blames it for it, but I don't think that's accurate. Wow, that was scary.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think they were chasing me. They seemed nice. Oof. Oof. Pyrus and Vicey are always together. He says even though they argue a lot, they're actually good friends. I wish I could travel with Pyrus sometimes.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers.
Not much else to do, is there?
They might know something about this.
Well, they wouldn't know shit, but we do have to kill the shade for the shard, I think, right?
Oh, hey there. It's been a while. You're the little one, aren't you?
We've had this conversation
brother.
before. Been dead
It's
for
a
4 fucking
What
years.
is it? You heard any rumors about not the little ones? No, all I will just never mind then.
Very mad about the robots.
Wait, I recently got I thought...
Wait, but I already have that weapon, don't I? Two-handed sword iron. Well, yeah, we already have it.
already have this weapon?
Yes.
These things happen.
Vice, leave the fourth wall alone!
This sword has seen.
Yeah, it's pretty... I can repair...
If you'll fix it.
Only the real big enemy. Also...
I think we already have memory alloy. B2 basket.
I'm gonna need only the real big...
You got it.
By the... What can I help you with?
See if you can strengthen my swords. I'm broke right now, but don't worry about it. Okay, hang on.
Come.
We're gonna try that again.
Only the...
You got it.
Yeah.
What can I help you
Yeah. You got weapons on you? No? I want all this gone. That's at least 1,000. Magic, capsule, spirit, gone. I don't plan on using the seeds, but they're not really worth... Ah, Wolf Hide, very good. Full Fang, Twisted Fang, Metal Piercing. Tactical Guide, that'll take me. Closed book. Use coloring book. You know what? Before I do that, I thought we have to go back through the dialogue.
What can I help you with?
What do I need to strengthen said weapons? Where's Sunset? Sunrise. We need silver ore and large gear, with we have none of. Naturally. We got something we can buy? No, all of it's already purchased. Or no, all of it's just unupgradable because we don't have the stuff for it. However, okay, that just means I can keep selling my shit.
What can I help you with?
I don't need that. I'm never gonna use that ever, so don't worry about it. That's not worth it. Wolfhide, Wolfang, Twisted Ring, Metal Piercing, Technical Guide, Closed Book, Used Coloring Book, Old School Book, Complex Machine, Elaborate Machine, a Rusty Kitchen Knife, Broken Soul, Mouse Tail. And I don't know if I saw that last one. That gives me a bit of money, but not enough to actually buy anything interesting. Nope. Cool. We will come back soon. No worries. Na. So, John, you missed this earlier, but holy shit. we found a journal, right? And it seemed to throw us into the gameplay of Nier Gestalt instead of Nier Replicant. And I don't understand why, and I'm gonna need to do some fucking research to understand what the fuck happened there, because woohoo!
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
So I think I have to go to B2 because that's the code we were told to go to. This is the elevator we need to use. We need to get to level 33 to do that shit. But yeah, so we got to play as what looks like the character from Nier Gestalt because he was older. He had the different design, the armor that's completely different, where he's almost shirtless if I recall correctly, but he has like a breastplate, and he had the he has like these blindfolds on, or this like X-shaped blindfold. I'm not sure. We're gonna do it again later on at some point in some further streams because that's how we get another. We got a couple weapons. I'm pretty sure.
Joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly happy?
I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do to get more weaponry.
Just making his little brother happy
Final
would have
weapon.
been enough. That's what being an older brother
Oh,
is
we got
like.
some. Shit. Yeah, everything's really squishy here because we've been here, so. Oh. Hello, surviving 2 hits. Damn. Awesome, man. There's not really any shades to have here. So. Fuck. You fool. Let's try that again. There we go. Right in the hole. Alright, good. Keep it on. Streaming. Bop boop BB. Streaming? That's not what I meant to say. I meant dodge rolling? I meant going? I mean, I don't fucking know. That's destroyed. I don't remember this room at all. Oh, I kind of remember this room now. Ooh. I love the ores. They're great. Oh, you can push those. The ores give me a bunch of money when you sell them. So. I am determined to break all the fucking boxes I can find because that way maybe we'll not drop or miss the last weapon that we don't know where to find. Because I did the math, I'm pretty sure we've got about 5. Well, we know we have 5 weapons left. Which leaves us with. Actually, we got 4 weapons left now because I bought one from the merchant in Seafront. Leaving the weapons from. Not the Force of Myths. Oh shit, what the fuck? Huh? Oh, sorry, this one. Leaving the weapons from it's the this is where we want to be. The facade. That's where we need to get the final bot weapons, I think. Unless I missed another weapon store. There might have been another weapon store. I don't think the Force of Myth has a store, so I'm not convinced. But if it does, there might be one last weapon there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to pay attention to where to find the shit. Also, the fucking journal gave us a ton of money, so that's good. Those things are squishy, so I know it's coming. We need to fight the robot here. Yep. Give me all that shit so I can sell it there. Said lock on. Thank you. Well, that was quick. Sorry, bucko, you gone. And I love how he gives us memory alloy that we don't need to, like... Fuck. That's our way out. He gives us memory alloy so that we don't need to fucking... he doesn't drop it randomly, he just fucking drops it as soon as you beat him. So that, thank you. Thanks. know there are some more blockades in the way. Can I get the bomb? Thank you. Fucking door. Open Samazi. He didn't throw it, he put it down. That's funny. They bounce, so that's good. Kaboom! I think it's this way. Yeah? Yeah. Wrong way. That's where we're meant to go. Right, sorry, I have to interact with that shit. First floor, please. Le boom. That is le correct. Da, 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 this music. Fucking hell. Yeah, so we did learn via Kainé's dreams that Kainé was ostracized from her village before she was possessed by a shade. We are not told exactly what. And I hesitate to know why. Because some games don't handle certain subjects right, especially this, like... Pyrus brought a chick home with him. It makes little trips and follows me around. It's just the cutest thing ever. Aw, evil. Oh. Okay, ready? What's a ship?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Yeah, you're so great, PP. You learned so much.
Have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways
I hate that
of
we
the
kill this.
outside world.
There's tons of stuff I don't know either. Maybe we should leave here and go explore the world.
Our friends.
That's right. Yay, it's gonna be fun. That sounds like isn't that something that I feel like there was another situation that oh yeah, Fira and the prince had a similar situation where they were gonna go out and explore the world, but some motherfucker killed Fira. I think that is one shade I will not be sad I killed. But we're gonna fucking see, because this game has ways of making me feel awful.
That's some pretty impressive stuff. I'll start upgrade, and since you did me...
Nice. Can you upgrade the rest of them? Because I'm broken ass bitch.
This is gonna... No sense in you... That would...
Oh right, we have to go do the fucking Force of Death first. Hey, remember that.
It appears we have some
free time to the Force of Myth! We're doing it in the same order we did last time for no other reason than it's just... I don't feel like going to see Popolo for no goddamn reason, you know? Ah, games. Destroying your will to live one misunderstood enemy at a time. Thanks! Pyrus told me a story before bedtime the other day about a husband and wife with matching red bags. He said they fight all the time, but also they get along great. That was weird. My teeth just vibrated for no goddamn reason. That's great. Dun, 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 dun. All these enemies are fucking misunderstood. That's a problem. Actually, okay. To be fair, you might think that, you know, what with some shades are like Tyran, where they're pieces of shit and they fucking suck. We're never gonna get to see the shade that Kainé, that killed Kainé's grandma, what the whole deal with that was. Although I feel it was pretty bloodthirsty too. What if that shade was Tyran? Woo. No, because Tyran would. Don't hit the boy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be sad about, like, the one that killed Kainé's grandma. We killed early on. We're not gonna get to see again. I'm pretty sure because the time skip is after that. We don't get to do the time skip the second time. We stay after time skip. All right, keep doing that, sure. However, I think that we get to do the fucking reading thing again. This time we're gonna. This is kind of get to speak to the fucking tree this time.
The home of that blasted dream. nightmare I hope never to experience again.
Talk to that dude. Yeah, there's nobody else here.
Oh, hello. Well,
The divide.
it's
Yeah, true.
well,
I don't know why we don't do things. We just don't. Huh? Spirit capsule, what you got?
unusual activity, but I do have an
Sure. Oh no. It was. However, great. I'm so glad we clicked listen. Meanwhile, my wife was. And the dismembered corpse says, what the fuck? The real culprit was. The hell? I'm so glad we took the time to listen to this dude's story. This is quite the story. I wonder how it's going to end. I am impressed. Much of the story had been hidden from us, yet you seem to grasp it. Yeah, I still don't know how it's going to end. That's strange. Medicinal ore. Okay.
The key to the Shadow Lord's castle. Anyway, enough of your madness. Let's talk about my story.
Alright, sure. Paper Mario flashbacks. On that very day. Wow, there's actually no dialogue here. Cool. Ever after. Well, at least they were thorough. Quite. That was interesting. I don't know why we went. Oh, we can understand it more now.
The woods. Why do we seem to encounter nothing? As if
Hang on.
Is the dark entity that governs all memory. May the words form themselves to your liking.
Puni Elder, are you listening?
Tell us what we want to know. That'd be nice.
Pure darkness painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, emerald swords, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but the time was shorter. Grabbing the word in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, whispered the tree. This is not how it was supposed to be. Plan has failed. Yes, yes, yes. It's the same story as last time, isn't it? The tree had remembered something, but it was a task to function. Something, but we're gonna pay attention because there are shades involved here. So no accident. Emotions were part of the trees. Roots spark memories. Once they were formed, the web spanned the entire world. Each star like the look at my memory. Chada's here brought low by disease. He was far too young to have suffered, so didn't be on the words. The boy skin. Yeah, we had that too. He's mad. Only one person brings the boy comfort. The skin, the little girl. Disappears. Boy dies alone. The tree scoops up its memory and carefully stores it within himself. Etched upon it is a single word. Look at my memory. This female warrior, beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with a sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. White smoke clears a new enemy rises, and another. Endless, endless, endless. Hello, darling. Friends are following. Getting what? Okay, here. Here. Summer Eaton, she began the fight with 23, but... Oh, 23? Hold up! Last time was 33. What the fuck? Warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, slow sound in the arena... Hang on. Oh, this is gonna fuck me up with the ending, isn't it? Because I need to pay attention to... That's rude! That's evil game! Warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town contains. Warriors... Lost. Look at my memory. Red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory's been lost. Yeah, tree carefully labeled memories beginning to dwindle. Once begin with it... Okay, I love you. Mountain memories it had so carefully assembled disappeared. Tree stretched its branches. This game's fucking us up even more. Now we get the motivation of every shade that we've killed up until now. Full memories of the Black Empty Pit. Yeah, what's up?
Just dog food, or am I allowed to purchase something else?
Like what? Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Are you ready to pay me back for the little exacto blade? It's not more. Should be like $15 more. Nice. Sure. Yeah, no problem. Get dog food, get yourself an exacto blade and also instead of do but sift through. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Sure, but only if you bring me back something.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be gone 3 hours.
Yes. This place is gloomy as hell. I'm looking at the, we got enough money, I think, as long as fucking our debt collectors of the kitchen stuff
We
doesn't.
bought that stuff and like now we can't even use it. We've had it for 2 years now. No, we've had it for 3 years.
It's gonna be great when we finally fucking move out. Do you wanna
Right?
throw this out for me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, John, a red dragon, Onos and Drakengard. It's funny that you mentioned that because it is that exact dragon, because at the end of Drakengard, ending E, that dragon gets nuked out of the sky, and we actually learned today that that is how magic came to be in this world. Also the Black Scroll.
Yep.
A few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking one of the three, you saw familiar sight, Forest of Myth. Apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. Bewildered voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. Voice employed him to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Probably the you must listen. Look there. Small shadowy presence. Shade. Graphs several jewel. Yeah. We know the drill. Dream was abusing the memories. Treating the precious objects like yeah. I don't know what white chlorinization is. We don't have a strict explanation on what that is yet. White chlorinization and black scroll might actually be the same thing, but I'm not quite convinced. That might actually be from the remains of the queen beast, but we don't, like I said, we haven't gotten the full info on that yet. We do get info from, so when reading the mother's journal in the main character's house, it gives us bits and pieces of the lore of the world. This shit appears to be consuming the memories. These things eat memories. Tree extended branch. Second thought, and killed it. There's the conviction memory I lost, and satisfaction memory others as well. This is good. Tree opened his mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. Millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget things. Rather than be upset, it agreed the development could cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal corpus. I implore, glimmering green jewel, one more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of lost envy? Spoke. Who cares? Killed it again. Must make contact. Touched it. Emotion, more than entity had felt in century. Tree came down surprised. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. Tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, yeah, we did it. New powerful emotions, causing the school. There was more than simple emotion that the man was the key. The man was the promise long ago. Tree's stomach began to thrum and yes. Chloe, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? Her daughter and 23 friends. Riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill the stupid jade once for all. Went around a shiny felt. The key, secure the key, man. Sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. Next word must be heard. The word exploded. It became difficult to infinite blackness burrowed its way to the wall. The world is falling apart! Implore, most important thing, world. Yona. Memories dissipated. Yes, we have the same.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
My guy.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle.
Fuck's sake, pay your pyres.
Without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letter. Unless, of course...
Unless time rewinds?
Unusual act, but I...
No, I already fucking listened to your endless story. And by endless, I mean it means nothing! Well, what next? See if a letter has arrived from the younger brother. Beautiful. Oh, we need to go home for that anyway, don't we? Yep. Last night, Pyrus told me stories until I fell asleep. Don't remember anything he said, but boy was I happy. I compulsively read everything on my screen. I click on a link on my phone to go to Facebook and it sends me to Twitter. Interesting. Well, you guys have fun over there, and I'm just gonna fucking scoop on by here. Rip that boy. Yeah, we need to get to level 33 before we do the next bit. Otherwise the game says we might have an issue. So recommended level 33 means... Fuck it. We know looks at save clip. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be doing this again, Vice, if it wasn't for time rewinding. Fucking epic foreshadowing. Thank you, Vice. The beginning riff of this song always makes me think of True Colors. I've said it before. Dear Pirates, just to inform you, upgrade work on your weapon has been completed. Weapon is ready and available for pickup at your earliest convenience. More personal requests after we know the deal.
He's done a lot for. Off to
the junk heap. Fucking save points animation is pretty neat. I was gonna say, get me revenge with this weapon. I love that. Hey, we've seen this already. Devola and Popola went back home. We already know this one. Sometimes they gave us the fucking science thingies. The not science thingies, but research notes, and that was interesting. The recycling of 5 areas isn't bad because I just enjoy it. You know? The areas are pretty. The areas are all short, so recycling them isn't that bad because you just spend a little bit more time in them. I really think this game is beautiful and well done. They could definitely have used a little bit of sensitivity training on certain things, but hey. This game is still miles better than fucking Drakengard was, so I can't complain too much on the sensitivity angle. Na, 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 na.
Hey there.
Weapon's ready to go.
You know,
You were good.
I need.
Fast your favorite, kill the robots. Get me revenge. There's a shade.
Kill him.
Let me at
What
him.
can I help you with?
Still, oh, Spear of the Usurper. Fun. All right.
Come.
Is the Spear of the Usurper better than what I currently have equipped? Time to spec and span. What the fuck? Bollocks! Spear of the Usurper. It is better. It has better magic power too. And it's lighter. Very nice. Level 2. The double loved the prince's sister, and he felt that the princess, who admired him as her brother, loved him as well. Indeed, she was the only thing that kept him going in an otherwise miserable job, for the prince was the most despicable man indeed. Yeah, did you mean that he was having sex with his sister, which is kind of awful? We'll probably move faster thanks to the lightness of this instead of the moderates. So that's really good. Good. I don't like that story. I don't know why I keep dodge rolling, man. The animation for running is a lot smoother. Smoother? Anything here I can do? Oh, we can actually open that now. And there's an elevator that doesn't work. I'm glad we had this talk. The existence of this area kind of confuses me, but hey, fuck it. Leave the rats alone this time. I already got 5 tails. Those might have been lizards, actually. Merchant passed through the village today, and she kept pulling the craziest stuff out of her big bag. She said her name was Accord. That's the kind of thing that sets alarms off, because Accord was a thing in Drakengard 3. She could do some fucking time travel shit, sort of. She never showed up in the original Drakengard, so I don't know what her role in this game is. We haven't seen her yet, so I'm hella spooked about that, by the way. Alright, moving on. It's a decent upgrade, too. It's not just a small one, it's a pretty big one. I do like that the wind-up also counts as a hitbox for magic packs. I think I asked this, but I can remember, are you 100... I'm not doing all 26 endings, no. I don't think I will be doing all 26 endings. There are some of them that are just... I mean, I can do some of the easy ones. I don't know. I don't plan on 100%ing Automata. This I don't want to do. I know that this time around we have to go right. Yep, here we go. Like blowing up the Yorhop base? Nani? Some of them, the easy ones are funny. Like I could unplug my chip and that's easy. You just do it, save first, problem solved. I wouldn't mind that one. Some of them, I don't know. I'm also aware that some of them are inaccessible later on, I believe. Also fishing. Yep, that's a thing. Rip that guy. There we go. Done with that. Killed everything on the way. Very good. Oh, you can just jump out. That's broken, so let's not go there. Follow where Kainé's going, I guess. Feel great today, yes. I don't remember there being a cutscene here. Oh no, it just leads us to the next area. Gotcha. We're going to the depths, if I recall correctly. Big room, robot time. Immediate robot fight. Pretty sure you die if I blast you with these, so let's do it. Automaton. I want that titanium alloy. Give me the titanium alloy. That's how the dog moving out of the corner of my eye had a big panic attack. I thought I wasn't alone for a second there. Like, oh! Are all the 26 endings just stupid endings? I'm sorry, are all the ones that aren't the 4 or 5 first just silly endings that are easy to get? Because I might do that if that's a thing. If they're that silly and easy to get, it might be fun to do them on stream. If not a bit time consuming. I know that one of them requires you to fight Emil. To the depths we go. Record on the shelf. Okay, lads. Door's still open. Yeah, this is where we're supposed to go. Knowing where we go makes a big difference.
I've never heard of a shade living with a machine. What's that about?
Don't know,
bless
don't
you,
care.
kiddo.
All that matters is that we kill them both.
This guy out here. I will not suffer shade. What's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Sympathizers. There we go. Fucker.
sympathize with me. Cause not my sister, I fucking hate them fucking sympathize. How could you sympathize with the stage for friend to die?
That's the base.
It seems we have found it.
Right.
Are you mad?
Beat's going along.
Impatience be like. No weapon there. I think I already got that one. Yeah, they have a lot of weapons right before save points or boss fights. Can we get into the fucking hole, pirates? Come on, thank you. There they are. Now we get dialogue that we'll understand from them, which is goddamn. I'm gonna feel awful about this. I can't believe we're just gonna come here and kill the shade for no reason. I don't think we landed looking that direction. Oh, they turned around because they saw that the thing was pulling out. Fuck you! You piece of shit! Wait, no. No, 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 it's fine. I'm sorry, kiddo. The fuck you was...
Intruder detected.
Fuck you is because why would you attack me? But also, we're attacking you because you're attacking me. No, you're attacking us because we're attacking you. And also, our character's slowly becoming more like Kainé.
Looks like we found it.
But more on the misguided side, not the just, oh, I don't...
Intruder detected.
It's tanky.
Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
Do it, BP. Beat him good. Oh,
Look at the shade.
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
She's trying to keep it under wraps so she can speak to them.
Knock him down.
I think that's what Kainé's shtick
Take
is
out
here.
the shade.
Can't aim for the shade, but she knows he's deep. Yeah, I think Kainé is aware that is trying a little hard to not tell them that she can understand them. Fuck. BP, wait, that's enough. You're gonna be destroyed if you keep fighting. What do you mean? It's still pretty tanky.
Must defend my mission.
No, I can't live without you. Oh, that explains. Oh, that's horrible. I hate it. I want to be alone again. It's just a child. That's it's a shade. It's a shade. Ah, there it is.
It's a shade.
Oh no, Tyrant!
Feel the hate inside you.
Oh, there we go. We're actually dealing some real damage now. Now it gets the wings and bits. Oh yeah, in the journal there was a fucking first-person shooter bit, John. It was kind of interesting.
Exterminating.
This is a 100-year-old something robot, or a couple 100-year-old robot.
This thing can transform?
Transformation or not, we're bringing it down. Bye.
Watch for falling debris.
Look out!
BP, what are you doing?
Escape. Escape.
Oh,
Escape.
I don't remember that from
Escape.
last time.
Go. See the world.
I don't remember that from last time. Wait, no, you can stop now. You've done enough.
Must protect. Must fight.
Ouch. Fuck, I lost that charge just because. Fuck me, I guess. There you go.
Where do you think you're going?
He's trying to run. I don't know where he got the wings from, but yeah. Wait, we saw him get the wings, but I don't know why those wings would work at, you know, functionally. Oh, okay. Well, you're dead. Stop. BP's my best friend in the whole world. Stop hurting him. Rip BP. Rip baby shade. the rest of the shades? Oh right, it's split. Dark Phantasm. I just looked at all the endings for Automata, okay. F in the chat for BP in the shade. God, I hate this. BP, I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. I wanted to be with you forever. Oh. That's extra dialogue we didn't have last time. We didn't hear it say that last time.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here?
Most of them are related to
Why
failing
you?
specific missions. Oh, okay.
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
Oh, Tyran.
Hey, come on. That's enough.
I did it!
You didn't
now
do
that this
shit.
goddamn thing is dead, I can forage wherever I want. Just wait, you goddamn freak! Now I can make all kinds of powerful weapons.
I don't like this kid at
Just
all.
leave it to me. Leave it all to me.
Look, we get it, okay?
January 4th, I decided to go look for a flower on my own, and it ended up causing trouble for Pyrus. I hope he doesn't hate me. That tells us the game starts in January. Or, actually, we don't know how long it is between each fucking stage, so... Hey, Void! How you doing?
Maybe it's just all he's...
Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm fucking stuck on that anyway. Law of robotics. I thought the first known law of robotics was, you know, robots cannot harm human beings. They don't listen to Asimov's laws. In class, so you lurking? No problem.
Found some information about the Shadow Lord.
Even though...
That's
there you
very
go.
well.
See Popola. At this point, considering how long it took me to finish ending A, I assume that each path will take around like 2 streams each. If they work in this, like this one's probably gonna take 2 streams. I can't speak for C and D because they might take longer, they might take less long, depending on how the game is structured. So we'll see.
You know, why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
Oh hey, this is actually
It
new.
appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Actually.
Look, it doesn't
She won't
matter
tell
what
me.
a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
That's problematic considering Kainé's right there.
The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
I mean, we've already seen that
It's
happen.
not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy.
God
But
damn
a
it, Vice.
shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
That's not
How
true.
about I cram your face up your own asshole, but
Don't worry, Kainé. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
you will you? Thanks, Emil.
Na, 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 na. In 20 minutes we could probably beat the next stage, I think, considering how long Junk Keep took. Bye, friend. I don't think I leveled up from that, but it doesn't always tell me when I level up. I'm not too worried about leveling up during certain fights because I'm pretty sure we're gonna level up at least once or twice more at the end of, by the end of Path B. Yeah, as I was saying, near Replicant's probably going to take another like 6 to 8 streams, given the tendency it's had so far. But I'm not going to assume anything because some of the other paths might not be the same path. Basically, they might not actually function in the same way. Where it's like, oh, you do the whole same thing, go to the Shadow Lord thing, but do the same like routine again. I have no way of knowing, so. So yeah. Also, Google decided to fuck me and show me that you can buy Nier on the PS3 for 58 bucks on whatever sales they have on YouTube. So that's interesting. I thought it was inaccessible here, but apparently Nier on PS3 exists. Though it might be the Japanese version, it just doesn't show because Nier's spelled.
Learned anything new about the shadow?
You know, you remember.
Oh wow, this is where we started off yesterday. Regarding sacrifice. Yeah.
Sacrifice.
That's right.
I'm trading notes with leaders from town. No.
The area has been.
Alright, blah blah blah.
Well, try.
Go there. Will we be able to beat that in 20 minutes? Probably. It's just one boss fight, last I checked. Yeah, it's where shit just starts going sideways non-stop. Sacrifice being the third. We're at what? I think we're at 3, right? So sacrifice, and then it's the Lawyer Cerberus, and then yeah. Okay, so next stream is very likely that we'll finish ending C.
The area.
B. Yeah, B. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, fragments. Yep. Okay. So let's go do sacrifice. Which great. That didn't leave a dirty taste in my mouth whatsoever, did it? Fucking here we go, I guess. It makes me want to vocalize every time I hear this music, and I think that's very telling to the quality of it, honestly.
I cannot
so you know how it is to like
up a mercantile.
listen to a song and
open their minds.
feel it so much that you need to sing to it.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Let me get on the fucking board, or we are gonna have a problem.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kainé?
Home? The place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous.
Actually, given her dreams, I'm not surprised that her
I got
fucking
me taken care of. Worry about protecting
reaction
yourself.
to her home is.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, guys?
Fucking Tyran. On the loading screen.
We do not desire.
Oh.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
Oh, so
then
those
we
are
can
shades.
continue to live peacefully.
But that young man will come.
Yes,
he is.
The young man will come.
He will kill us all. Women and children included.
what should we
Rip,
do?
so they know their shades.
What can we do?
Give me a sec, guys. I'm just texting something. I don't want to miss anything. Maybe something's kind of place. What if there's a weapon here? Do 15 minutes for a boss fight? I think that's plenty of time. Just the, there we go. Save too. Let's go yuck him up. So we know what's gonna happen, but this time we know that they've been living with shades the whole time, which indicates even more that Kainé's issue was never that she was part shade, because that seems to be consistent. Although the shade did attack them, so I'm kind of confused about that. I think I have to go up, right? Yeah. Oh, there it is. We've got the same dialogue, or? It's over for us and for you, so they know that they're... I don't know, it feels like they knew they were gonna get possessed, but why are they getting possessed now of all time? Oh, they were all shades to begin with, weren't they? Hence the opening of the village and the closing of the village. I kinda understand. That's rough.
Hello? We came to ask...
Yes, Jeff. You're the one who wrote... It may be faster for us. Let us ask around.
So the question is, why did someone write a letter? Where did the letter come from? I'm very curious about that, actually.
This bill.
Yeah, I've heard it all before. Make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, one of these people sells weapons, so maybe we need to buy it from them.
Why not fill your garden with flowers?
Because I don't want fucking flowers, I want weapons!
My weapons may not be the...
Alright, what you got? Faith, 18,000. I can easily buy that right fucking now. There we go. So then all that's left is the ones in Facade, I think. Yeah. We'll extend the stream by a bit because I really have nothing to do afterwards. So if we don't finish the boss fight before 1, that's no problem. It might even leave some people time to go live so that I can raid them, and that'll be great. Oh, Faith is a katana. Nice. There once was a famous poet in a land to the far, far east. Now in his twilight years, his ability had withered such that he could no longer craft a single stanza or verse. The poor poet spent every moment racked with sorrow for what had been lost. But one day a monk appeared by his side, gently placed a blade in his hand, and imparted the following words. What would turn a poet into a fighter? That's a bit sus, my friend.
Letter,
huh? I think I know about the letter. Maybe I don't. Are you friends of Kainé? You could say that. I heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades. Our aim is to defeat every last one. Every last one? And then they just panicked because we said that we're racist towards shades. And that's the thing, is once they hear that he's all about killing all the shades, suddenly they go into defense mode.
It's a trap. I figured as much.
They've been shades the whole time. It wasn't even a trap. They were just trying to coexist. Shit. That's what's awful about this, man. It hurts.
They've been possessed somehow.
Keep your guard up.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
1,000 apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
The merchants
Want
aren't.
some help?
Shades.
A carnival of murder.
Fucking Tyran.
I love it. Yeah.
Every time that shade opens its mouth.
But not all of them. Some still human, so be careful.
Bad news for you, buddy. The only ones that aren't possessed are the ones that aren't hailing from this village. Maybe? I don't know. Because some of the people going sis imply that they weren't aware. This village sounds to me like it was meant to be the Shade's way of trying to not...
I can't tell who's human anymore.
Oh, level 30, good. 3 more to go. We have a bunch of fucking XP boost powers and shit, so...
Go away. I can't deal with this.
I'm just happy we didn't have to climb the boxes again. This kind of is up here. Kind of can tell.
Get out of here! No way! I'm not gonna abandon my own sister!
Kainé, what's going on?
Don't be fooled by this lady. She's a shade.
No! No! You people are the monsters here!
Yes, you're not wrong.
Stay back, kid. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care what she is! She's my sister, and I love her.
And she rises up to become what you hate. She runs. No, she tries. That's right. She attacks Kainé. I love that a weapon materialized from her shade body instead of actually being on her. You realize that move's gonna have you killed, right? Could have played dead. It might have actually saved your life. But you didn't.
Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
Bro, she... Monster, you possessed monster. Oh shit. Wait, why are we possessed? It's you who have lost your humanity. You're not wrong. Except, we're not aware of what you are.
These people are behaving as if
See,
we
now we
are
get
the
the fucking...
villains.
You are the cursed ones. You're the ones who should die. Oof. Do you think Shades actually know what happened? Like, are they aware that they are not humans?
No! You've got to stop this!
Is that blackness?
Villagers are under it.
There we go. Alright, let's bounce.
He's a shade. My husband's a shade.
They're all shades, my friend. Kainé. Damn it, Kainé, you gotta get up.
Watch
Oh.
Kainé. I'll go clean up over there.
All right.
Okay, we leave Kainé here. I'll go clean up over there. I don't like that wording now that we know what shades are. It's just so fucking dehumanizing. Eater shade! Oh, there's a big bull. I forgot about that. Oh, you know what?
This village is history.
Oh, back up. Nope. Okay, cool. Dead. Oh, wow. Busted out of my fucking heavy attack.
I can't take this anymore.
Don't knock me out. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. Big shade left. Oh, it looked like the blood didn't go to Grimoire Vice, but went to the big boy.
What's happening?
We did see some shades fuse to become a giant boar shade in the end game of Path A, so it's possible that it's likely that they're doing a similar thing here, where every shade you kill in the village collects itself into this amalgam. But that doesn't matter where the origin is, eh? It's just still a lot of fuckery. Alright, now we get to see. I wonder if this is gonna have some dialogue. Something kind of
Pages. Is this beast a shade as well?
What do you think?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
No! If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all! We can't let that happen!
There it is, it's speaking. Actually, I'm not sure we didn't already have that dialogue. Weren't you supposed to be watching over Kainé?
I feel something from within the creature.
Oh, it takes a lot more damage this time around, huh? Oh, yeah. That gives you a fucking warning.
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first.
Thanks. Now's not the time, controller.
I sense magic coming from the center of that
This is
eye.
Okay, don't block, don't block, don't block. That's rude. Oh, I forgot it had like a kind of damage cap in place.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades.
There's Emil, figuring it out before everybody else. Imagine how fucking awful he feels when Devola and Popola reveal what happened for
The
reals.
surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic.
I'm pretty sure damage caps it. Eater Shade sounds like it's just another Digimon squad boss. Not squad. Oh, there we go.
Focus your magic
Digimon,
on the beast's center.
Digimon Worlds. Oh, wow. 1 or 2 shots did that, huh? Punch him! Oh no, we're tearing it open this way. Get him, Emil! not Fusilada, because I don't like that game. That's more of a, I'm a foreign Malaysia! The fact that this thing is vaguely flower-shaped, I refuse to believe is a coincidence.
Its weak point is located around
Oh,
the back.
fucking hell!
Try attacking
I
it
didn't
from
realize it
above.
fucking kept shooting at me.
I'll try to pin it down.
Emil!
Emil!
I'll keep it busy.
I know they're doing exactly
should
what
be able
I'm
to attack from behind. Go around and get it.
I need to go up.
Please, hurry.
Emil can handle this.
Kainé's still
We
on
must
the
circle
ground.
behind the creature at once.
We got this. Is Kainé on the ground is the reason why we're not getting more communication from it. That'd be something. We don't know where it came from. Like, actually, as much as the other shades we knew. So, it's interesting.
You must strike it in the eye.
Oh, right. We completely missed that. I'd like to get some more MP, thanks. Can't even hit 3 of them in a row.
Are you there yet?
Yes. Sorry, Emil. Just have to focus on not dying. That's enough.
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta
I'm out of magic, but this is
catch my
fine.
breath.
No worries, Emil.
Careful.
I got this.
Won't help anyone if we lose you here.
We gotta lose you later. Break my fucking heart while you do it.
God damn it! We beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
Very carefully.
Its combined
I swear I made that
powers
joke last
are
time too.
beyond even my greatest suspicion.
Come on, help me take it out.
I'm on it.
I feel like I'm gonna need the magic because you need to fucking. Yeah, there it is. We only needed the one, so that's good. Emil just shows up. Nice. Boom! And then Emil goes, I'm a foreign Malaysia! Just fucking pierces right through the damn thing. Boosh! Oof. It doesn't explode, it sounds like it's raining, and that's kind of disturbing to me. Transition to sleep mode, December 28th. Transition to sleep mode, fuck. Is that 2034? All there is play the Project Gestalts. I could read that on the screen, but... Oh right, he fucking blows up all the area. Forgot about that. We already had this thing dead.
Emil! He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
I don't understand the meaning behind that sentence, because whilst he destroys all of...
This ain't good, son.
Oh, we have Tyran saying shit! Yeah, the whole the ultimate weapon's being deployed and then nothing happens about that afterwards. So I'm like, well, it wasn't really like a whole character regression. It was more like, oops, I lost control this one time, so I won't do it again. Also, it didn't hurt anybody relevant to the plot, which is interesting. Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the shave, but everyone else as well. This is Emil's thoughts. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy, eviscerate, crush, kill. These are the dark impulses that overwrite all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Because it also has the Sister Emil's dream rampage. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the rooms with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment! Number 6 is out of control! Everyone get out of here, now! Get out of... The researcher's words are abruptly cut off by a massive hand materializing out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. Fuck. As a massive hand, okay. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they have just seen. Then a female scientist takes his steps back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull, and it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched starving beast. Right, we didn't get to do that again in Path B. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. Oh no, please stop! Oh God, help! Save me! Save me! I don't want to die! One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarm falls silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. No kidding. How'd it get chained up, though? 2 sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One set belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the memory an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me, could you please walk a bit slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded, and... Rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. Rude motherfucker. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damn eyes!" roars the man. "Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his lid shut. Hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the back of his vision. The boy's Emil, also known as number 7. He's a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me," barked the man. "Never look at me!" "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I mean, granted, they're experimenting on kids, but... Sir, stop! You're hurting me! I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it! This man knows this boy, this weapon, could wipe him out with a single glance, and yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leads down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quavering head. Right then, on your feet, let's move. Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. Second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. Environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained a deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownie slathered in strawberry sauce. What the fuck? Stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. Oof. The man blinks, his mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that putting such a thing into form is folly. "You can go the rest of the way on your own," says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. "I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. You're a monster." With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. Helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with a stench of blood and death. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashes his plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the 3rd level, he's moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together, we ate cookies together, we cried together, we laughed together, and sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The hell is very close now, and he touches the switch that controls the door. He thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She's his sister. He must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. Sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all four through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts his head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerges from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What the little color the beast once had fades to a dull ashen gray, and yet somehow it summons what strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil with one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me, or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, she was his older sister, the person he loved more than anything else in the world. Halua, I. The moment Emil speaks, number 6 come to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more. Number 6 simply waits in utter perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He does it twice. Kind of. Moment number 6, petrification is complete. Her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world, with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother, and yet it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. Moment that petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and little brother racked with sin. Alone in the cold cage, the two of them weep in a single silent void. More dots. It was our combined power that destroyed the Eyrie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster, and the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon went out and destroyed me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved us.
kind of good that we got the weapon from this place.
For you, I would be dead. We owe you. It's all right. Really? Don't look back.
So that gave us sacrifice. Okay.
We had best be off.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of today's stream. Thank you to everyone who came by. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be finishing off Path B by the looks of it, if tendency follows. Tonight, I will be playing Code Vein because it is Tuesday. We'll be playing Code Vein, our second stream of Code Vein with Void Arkan, who I will prompt with a shout out right now because that's just good practice, even though him and John are the only ones in the chat right now, I think. What am I saying? Yes, that's good. Remember to subscribe if you'd like. You can do so for free with Amazon Prime. Our goal is to hit 15 subscribers. There's no real time limit, but, you know, the faster the better, just because that's nice. You get to play Among Us with the viewers once we do, using the Discord server I have set up for voice chat. And then at 25, we do a face reveal. And have face cams for the rest of our streams, forevermore. Yes, I've already plugged that tonight we'll be playing Code Vein at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I don't forget that. You can use follow and join my social links via my social links on Twitch. Yes, that's what I'm using. I really enjoy this game, man. I don't want to stop ever. Okay, yeah, so that'll be all for now. Again, see you tonight, and let's see who can raid, if anybody, because I know that recently people haven't been streaming much around this time. Yeah. Wow, I'm at exactly 1,400 views right now. That's beautiful. Yeah, there's nobody to raid. It's just Smite. That's tragic. Wonder if there's anybody... Wow, Pokemon Black Twitch Lock. How about we give them a raid? JY Igley. Sure. There we go. We'll give them a raid. That'll be great. We'll say hi to them. They're streaming Pokemon Black/White. I don't know what that means. How you oh, I guess it says they're Pokemon Black.